Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is September 11th, and it's time for our update to Vegas Baby. We'll be looking at Boyd, MGM, LVS, and WYNN. Alright, well, it's September 11th, and 1 decade anniversary of the terrible attacks which came against our country. And fortunately, this weekend we have not had the collapse of the euro, Greece going bankrupt, or any kind of terror attack. So that's great. Moving on to the charts, we have starting off with Boyd, our weakest stock. We last looked at this way back right here, and we were saying that the short-term moving averages were still pointing down, and that it did not look too great. Well, what has happened in the last week? Our short-term moving averages are still pointing down. We made a closing low lower than the previous week, so that is holding true. CCI ticking down, fast stochastic ticking down, slow stochastic ticking up, 14-day RSI moving average finally getting above the oversold area. RSI itself making a side tick, slight down tick on the histogram, side tick on the MACD. So you can look at this and say, this is a mixed bag. We still have a ways to go for the to test the lows, and certainly that is true. On the other hand, we can also see that short-term moving averages are still pointing down. No real strength of any kind as of yet, although we do have the 14-day RSI moving average finally getting above its oversold. So that is what I am really looking at. And until we have it roll over, have everything start ticking down again, I would imagine that it's going to kind of hang out where it is, but certainly no sign of strength as of yet. Going to the 60-minute, looking for divergences. We do have one in the histogram. We do have one in the RSI. And that's it. Almost. We have a very slight one in the CCI. So perhaps at some point soon we'll have a bounce of some sort, but these can develop further. So until it starts showing some strength, I definitely would not play this. On the 60-minute, you could also say that we have a head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder, and if the markets continue down, certainly it's possible that this could play out, but we need more data. So our weakest of the Vegas stocks still looking weak. MGM, alrighty. Well, had a nasty day on Friday, like most everything. We said that this was our second weakest stock, and if we look back to our last video, which was right here, we did close below it. So that's not a good sign. We do have a the lower price consensus level just below us, and short-term moving average is pointing down. CCI ticking down, fast stochastic ticking down, side tick on the slow stochastic. Finally, 14-day RSI moving average getting just above the oversold line. So that is a positive. Side tick on the RSI, down tick on the histogram, side tick on the MACD. So definitely a mixed bag, which is definitely leaning bearish. And on the 60-minute, looking for divergences. We have one in the histogram, we have one in the RSI, we have an extremely minor one in the fast stochastic, and we have one in the CCI. So depending on what the market does, this one may also be due for a bounce of some sort. On Friday I thought it was going to get something, but whole day turned into a ugly downtrend day. So that was unfortunate, but hey, it happens. So not overly concerned about that at the moment. We do have this lower low back here, and if that is broken, which is this complete area here, then I would imagine that we are going back to $9 to test that floor, and if it gets below that, then really watch out. So If this one turns for the worse, continues going down, I will definitely be shorting this one. They did have some news about the possibility of opening up India to MGM, and that is an extremely positive development. So I will be looking to see if these divergences play out, and it does have a bounce in the near future. LVS, neck and neck with WYNN for the strongest stock. Our last video was made right here, and we were saying that it had broken through the long-term moving averages, went up, was coming down for a test. We theorized that because it was above the 200-day moving average that it could or should bounce. Certainly we were looking for a bounce off of the long-term moving averages, although lots of our secondaries were not very favorable at the time. But nonetheless, that's exactly what happened, and it bounced off the long-term moving averages. Guppy entry, it went up to just above 48 and is closed the week at 46.62. Very nice. Very, very nice move. And it did end with a spinning top, but considering how ugly Friday was, this is not bad at all. It's not a big old red candle like most things were. CCI, slight tick down, stochastic, both fast and slow, ticking up. 14-day RSI moving average, ticking up, plenty of room to move. Side tick on the RSI, down tick on the histogram, side tick on the MACD. Moving to the 60-minute time frame. Do we have any divergences? We did have nice moves this week, and it would appear that we do not have any divergences. You could say that we have a minor one in the slow stochastic negative divergence, but it is very, very slight, and that's about the only thing that we have. This chart is looking really good. And WYNN, well, not quite as good as LVS, but we are above the 200-day moving average. We are still above the flatline long-term bar. We did, let's see, when was our last video? It was right here. We had a slight increase in the price over the last video, not as good as LVS, but still positive is positive. It would appear to be doing another kiss of the long-term moving averages. We're looking for them to bounce off and continue higher. Certainly there's lots of room between where it is now and the recent high. However, we do have price consensus levels above us, which may serve as selling points. So it may have a more difficult road of hoe for compared to LVS. Downtick on CCI, downtick on the fast stochastic, slight uptick on the slow stochastic, uptick on the 14-day RSI moving average, plenty of room on the way up. RSI getting to the overbought area again, downtick on the histogram, downtick on the MACD. It is a spinning top. 60-minute looking for divergences. Do we have any? At first glance, we do not. We may have a slight one on the CCI, but it is very slight. And certainly we have one on the slow stochastic and the fast stochastic. So this chart does not look as strong as LVS for the moment, but certainly nowhere near as bad as Boyd and MGM. And there you have it. It's going to be very interesting on Monday. The futures are red. They were extremely red earlier, and they have backed off somewhat. So overnight it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But that is it. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.